out. It is the day before the first of the year 2022. I really am not much of a prognosticator, so I rely on reliable technology to see what is going to happen. So, I have the prophetic Magic 8 Ball right here. Oh, Magic 8 Ball! What is 2022 going to be the best year ever? And I'm going to honestly read what it says. My reply is no. Oh, no. Well, I tried, folks. I had this deep in my gut feeling that I've got diarrhea. No, I'm joking. I tell you what I think personally. I think 2022 is going to be what you make of it. It's kind of like people's opinions. My dad and I can't remember this guy's name. Dad, we were living in Hilton at the time, and he had that little metal building for a sign shop that I in one of my vlogs videoed and showed where it was and gave a little history on it. There's like 3 boards left of the house. I mean, it dissolved down to nothing. But I was in that shop, and there was some guy that was real mean to Dad. And Dad didn't lose his cool. He didn't get mad. And I'm going to tell you right now, the man had stern stuff in him, my father did. He wasn't pugilistic. He didn't want to fight at the drop of a hat. But he absolutely, really and truly was not a pushover. He was just a kind person. He really was. My total memory of my earthly father is he was a kind man, what I'm aspiring to be now. But this guy, Dad painted signs part-time, and he worked for Continental Emsco, which is an oil field supply company that had a headquarters in Hilton. And now where that original office was, there's an electrical supply company. You look at it, and it's all new and shiny. You got big old electric motors behind a chain link fence and all kinds of stuff. At least that's my memory of it, maybe. But and there used to be a Glube Iron and Supply there. It's no longer there. But this guy would make negative comments, and he would throw his weight around. His big old fat guy, and I can remember what he looked like. I can't remember his name. He was red-faced, and his old belly hung out underneath his shirt all the time. He'd cinch his pants up underneath his belly, and he just had this big, I mean, that guy weighed more than I do now, I promise you. And I weigh about 270, something like that, 280, maybe more, maybe a little less. I'm still losing weight a little at a time. But this guy, he he would, first of all, he was dumb as a brick. I knew that, and I was like, 9 years old, something like that. But he just wasn't that shiny upstairs in his head. But I asked Daddy, we were in there, and he was painting a sign for somebody, and I don't remember what the sign was. But I said, Daddy, doesn't that, I think his name was Charlie. That vaguely rings a bell. Doesn't that Charlie guy just irritate you when he says those really rude things? And Daddy looked at me and he said, son, I need you to listen to me. It's mind over matter. And I said, what do you mean? I don't mind because he doesn't matter. And that phrase stuck with me my whole life. I don't mind because he doesn't matter. Mind over matter. I watched my daddy many times turn the other cheek, not out of weakness. Not out of weakness at all. I remember when my mother took up with a guy named Monty D. Appleton, and Monty went and got me from school. Just a second. And told me we were driving home in his shiny Fury 3 car, or whatever it was. I don't remember what it was, but it was a shiny car. He was an insurance salesman. He was retired from the Navy. He was an alcoholic, and he was an idiot. I never liked the man. What my mother saw in him, I don't know. But my birth mother, not Mom that's watching this. But Dad wasn't living with us at that time. He was staying in a room above a garage in an apartment up there, and Chris and I would go spend the night with him. And we'd start crying and snuggle up, and he'd just hold us to him, tell us he loved us. But Monty took me home in that fancy car and told me he wasn't trying to be my daddy. He knew I had a daddy, but he was going to be with my mom for a long time. And I got mad. And I went and I had a Louisville Slugger hid out in Dad's sign shop. This is a while after the mind over matter deal. And I went and I reached through that door. I got that baseball bat and I ran to the door. He got behind my mother and I beat hell out of that screen door. I turned it into kindling. And she said, "No, you need to calm down." I said, "No, I don't need to calm down." I threw what was left of my bat into the yard, and I started walking. I was going to walk and see my daddy. Well, I think my brother Chris was staying with my grandpa and grandma over on Gulf Street. I did. I walked and saw my dad, and he left his job right then, and he drove me back to the house, and Monty Appleton, who's the stepdad, he's dead now. He saw my old man coming out of that car, and he ran into that house and shut the door. Dad went up, and I could see the front door cracking where he was hitting it. This was a solid core front door, kind of like the door I got right there. That thing is thick. It's made out of oak. It's got a veneer on it. But my door on my office weighs 300 pounds or 200 pounds, probably 200 pounds if it weighs an ounce. Same difference on that front door in that house. And my father hit that door. You could see knuckle prints in it. You could see cracks going up it. And when he got done, he came back, his knuckles weren't bleeding. Now that is a tell right there that he knew how to hit. Now I also remember times when in that same sign shop garage he had a body bag, one of those big punching bags. He didn't know you were supposed to tape your knuckles up when you hit one of those. He had that, and he had a speed bag. See, that's another thing that some of you watching this, like Mom and my brothers, don't know about Daddy. He worked on a body bag and he worked on a speed bag. Now, here's something that I've never revealed to anybody. Well, part of it I have. My grandfather, Virgil Lance, was a bare knuckles boxer, and he was real good at it. I mean, undefeated good. My grandfather on my dad's side, Maxwell Starr, was also a boxer. I don't know that Mom knows that. She might, I don't know. Both my grandpas taught me how to flat punch. What that is, a lot of folks, a lot of guys mistakenly think if you put your thumb in there like that, that gives you extra strength. All that's going to do is break your thumb. A lot of guys will make a fist like that. But if you're going to martially hit someone, the way you hold your fist is like that. You put that thumb on top, and you make a straight line out of your two knuckles here all the way back up to your shoulder. And that's how you hit. And that is what both my grandpas taught me. And later I went through martial arts training and all that. Evidently they knew what they were talking about. My daddy would have pulverized that idiot that was hiding behind that thick door. He'd have cleaned his plow. I learned that my stepfather then, Monty D. Appleton, was a coward. He loved hitting women, but when it came to an actual man, he wasn't going to stand up to them. I won't go into anything else of that. I didn't mean to put a downer on this vlog. But I felt like especially my brother Michael Paul needed to know a little bit about Daddy. You've learned that he knew how to weld, knew how to use a cutting torch. He was an auto mechanic, pretty good one, actually a real good one. And he could fight. He could box. He was just a gentleman and a gentle man. Well, what have I got going on right now? Nick went and got the third row seat out of Linda's old Navigator, and he's got it in the back of the older Navigator she's got now, and we found out all he's got to do is take a bracket off of one of the front deals that have rollers on it, and he can go ahead and he can put that seat in the car. It'll be a little bit getting it out, but he can get it out, but it'll slide right in there, and she's going to have a third row seat. Nick is a genius, and he will figure out how to make it work. Four of my sons are smart. They really are. I'm going to be, after I upload this vlog, I got to take a tea. My best friend Jerry wants to talk to me. I think I know what it's about. It won't be good. It's not negative on us, and it's just I can tell by the tone of his voice when Jerry's troubled by something. We talked briefly on the phone. I haven't seen him in a while. I've been uber busy, you know. I've been having to do the radio show, been taking care of personal stuff, get my van done a little at a time to turn it back into an RV and into a film truck. Just a lot going on. Linda wasn't feeling well yesterday. They would not send me my medication from the engine hospital, hospital as they call it. So she and I had to drive over there and pick it up, which really made me angry. I've never, that I know of, even met this new doctor I got over there, and I'm not going to say her name. However, I got thinking I need to run a background on her, and I'll do that here after a while. I think I might have arrested her at one time. That makes for a bad doctor-patient relationship. But it happens, you know. I mean, I still run into people that I've put in jail before. I've run into a few people I put into prison, helped put them in prison. Does not make for bosom buddies. It doesn't. They have a tendency to resent that, but my attitude's always been, if you didn't want to do the time, don't do the crime. Yeah, I'll crawl into that green bomb and go see Jerry and hear out what he's got to say. He's been out trying to move brush and move rocks, and he's got this skid steer that's got this grabber thing on it, and it ain't grabbing too good right now, so he's got his guys looking at it to figure it out. I called him earlier to tell him we got some really cold weather coming, like bad cold here shortly, like on Saturday night. It's going to get down to 14. That is not, that's cold. I don't care who you are, that is cold. That is dive exposure cold, and it's heading this way. And he's got 7 lodges and a motel and cabins that he needs to make sure the heat's on in all of them, or he's going to have a bunch of water leaks. Well, that's pretty much the vlog for today. It really is. I'm not going to play any closing music, and I'm sorry about the vlog being short. Mom, John, I love you. I do, and I miss you, and I hope 2022 is going to be the best year you've ever had. Michael Paul, I hope 2022 is going to be the best year you ever had. Chris Kimball in Florida, I hope 2022 is going to be the best year you ever had. Monty Jones in Lone Grove, I hope 2022 is going to be the best year that you've ever had. Shelley Dion in Illinois, and Cassie Dion in Illinois, and David Talaga in Illinois. I hope 2022 is the best year you're ever going to have. Jackie Brill, SANDS, and family. I hope 2022 is going to be the best year you and yours have ever had. Roberta Flack. Yeah, I'm friends with her. Been friends with her since before I ever met my wife, since before I ever moved over to my dad and Lori's house, my mom's house. Roberta, I know you watch these off and on. I hope 2022 is the best year you've ever had. And Mady Michelle Rodriguez, she watches my vlogs. Yeah, she's the actress. I've been friends with her for a long time. Shell, I hope 2022 pays huge dividends to you, and I've never breathed a word to anybody about the health problems you've got. That's all the people that I know that watch my vlog other than immediate family. I hope you all have a fabulous New Year. I might do a vlog tomorrow, I might not. I don't know. Now, as far as getting drunk and going crazy on New Year's night, no. I don't drink, number one. I might buy some sparkling apple cider, though. They sell that in lieu of champagne, and do a toast to the New Year. I doubt we'll all be up when it comes in. I don't like the fireworks and stuff that goes off. But folks, that's the vlog for today. And like the sign right there says, be kind. It pays eternal dividends if you're kind to people. Love all of you. God bless you. And bye.